are doing something different, something that we think might be the most useful watch video we have ever made. This is not a list defined by brand, by complication, or by style category. This is a watch ladder, 10 watches arranged in ascending order of price and ambition, each one representing the absolute best choice at its specific tier, forming together a complete roadmap of the watch market from first purchase all the way to a genuine collector's piece. Whether you have $50 or $5,000, whether you are buying your very first watch or trying to decide where your next step up should land, this list has been built with one purpose: to tell you exactly what to buy and exactly why. No filler, no compromise, no watches that are merely good enough. Every single one of these is the right answer at its price. Let's get into it. Number 10. Timex Marlin Automatic. Every great watch journey has to begin somewhere, and there are few better starting points than the Timex Marlin Automatic, a watch with genuine American heritage, genuine mechanical soul, and a design of genuine beauty, available at a price that removes every possible barrier to entry. The Marlin name stretches back to the 1960s and 70s, when Timex produced slim, elegant dress watches for everyday Americans who wanted something presentable without financial strain. The modern automatic reissue honors that legacy completely. A 40mm stainless steel case, a domed acrylic crystal with that warm, organic vintage glow, a beautifully executed sunray dial, and an exhibition case back revealing the automatic movement turning beneath. The acrylic crystal will scratch with daily wear, just as the originals did. And just as the originals did, a light polish brings it right back. That is part of the charm and the authenticity. For a first automatic watch, for a dress watch worn without anxiety, or simply for anyone who believes that good design and mechanical watchmaking should be available to everyone, the Marlin Automatic is the honest and correct place to begin. The Timex Marlin Automatic retails for approximately $219 to $249 USD. Number 9. Orient Bambino V2. The next step up on our ladder takes us to Japan and to one of the most quietly accomplished dress watches available anywhere near its price, the Orient Bambino version 2, a watch that makes a compelling case for automatic elegance at a price most people would spend without hesitation on a single dinner out. The Bambino V2 refined the original's proportions into something genuinely lovely. A domed dial, a domed mineral crystal, applied indices, and elegantly tapered hands that together create a visual vocabulary drawn directly from the finest mid-century dress watch tradition. Orient's in-house automatic movement, with its hand-winding and hacking seconds function, delivers honest mechanical performance and a case-back view that rewards the curiosity of new watch owners discovering what makes their watch tick. Orient carries deep Japanese watchmaking heritage as a Seiko subsidiary, and the institutional knowledge behind the Bambino's construction is tangible in how it wears and performs over time. From the Marlin to the Bambino, our ladder has already established its theme, that genuine quality and genuine character are available at prices that should never intimidate anyone. The Orient Bambino V2 retails for approximately $100 to $130 USD. Number 8. Casio G-Shock DW5600. At this point in the ladder, we step away from dress watches entirely and address a question that every practical watch owner eventually confronts. What do you wear when you cannot afford to care? What goes on your wrist for the camping trip, the construction site, the festival, the days when life makes no promises about what your watch might encounter? The answer has been the same since 1983, when Casio engineer Kikuo Ibe dropped a watch from the third floor of a building 200 times until he designed one that survived. The DW5600 is the direct descendant of that original vision, a square resin case watch of virtually indestructible construction, with shock resistance to military standards, 200 meters of water resistance, a backlight readable in complete darkness, and Casio's legendary reliability powering all of it. The DW5600 is slim enough to wear under a shirt cuff, bold enough to anchor a casual outfit, and tough enough to genuinely not care about anything the world throws at it. It does not pretend to be a luxury watch. It is something arguably more valuable, a watch you never have to think about. The Casio G-Shock DW5600 retails for approximately $49, $69 USD. Number 7. Citizen EcoDrive BM855D. Every watch ladder needs a practical rung. The choice for the person who does not particularly want to engage with watch ownership as a hobby, but who wants a reliable, presentable, genuinely maintenance-free timepiece that will perform without complaint for a decade or more. The Citizen EcoDrive BM8550 is that watch, and it makes its case with quiet, unassailable logic. Powered entirely by light through Citizen's EcoDrive solar technology, the BM8550 converts both natural and artificial light into stored electrical energy, running for months on a single full charge and eliminating battery replacement from the ownership experience entirely. The rechargeable cell is rated for over 10 years of service. The watch simply runs, accurately, indefinitely, on whatever light surrounds it. The slim stainless steel case and clean legible dial suit professional and casual settings without effort, and the date function covers every practical daily need. Citizen has been refining EcoDrive technology for decades, and the BM8550 represents that refinement delivered at its most accessible. For a gift, for a professional daily wearer, or for the most sensible watch purchase on this entire list, the BM8550 makes an argument that is genuinely hard to counter. The Citizen EcoDrive BM8550 retails for approximately $125, $175 USD. Number 6. Seiko 5 Sports SRPD 55. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD 55 is the first sport watch on our ladder, and it arrives with the casual confidence of a watch that has absolutely nothing to prove to anyone. Seiko has been making automatic sport watches for the everyday market for decades, and the SRPD 55 represents the current expression of that commitment at its most refined and most accessible. The cushion case design draws from the beloved SKX lineage, delivering a sporty silhouette with 100 meters of water resistance, a day-date display, and the 4R36 automatic movement with both hand-winding and hacking seconds, practical functions that a surprising number of movements at this price omit entirely. The dial and case finishing carry a visible step up from the most entry-level Seiko offerings, and the range of colorways and configurations available means almost any personal preference can be accommodated. The SRPD 55 is the watch that quietly convinces many buyers that they do not need to spend more, because everything they need from a daily sport watch is right here, working perfectly, day after day. As a foundation piece, a beater, or a first real sport watch, the SRPD 55 earns its place on this ladder with complete conviction. The Seiko 5 Sports SRPD 55 retails for approximately $150–200 USD. Number 5. Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic. Halfway up our ladder, we arrive at the watch that best represents the midpoint between accessible and aspirational, a piece with genuine heritage, Swiss manufacturing credentials, and a design built on over a century of functional watchmaking tradition. The Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic is the direct descendant of the watches Hamilton supplied to the United States military for decades, and every design decision it embodies reflects that lineage. The bold Arabic numerals, the matte dial, the luminous hands, the robust stainless steel case available in 38mm or 42mm, these are the choices of a watch built first and foremost to be read instantly and worn indefinitely under demanding conditions. The ETA 2824-2 movement is one of the most proven automatic calibers in the Swiss industry, and its 40-hour power reserve delivers reliable daily wearing performance without complication or anxiety. Hamilton occupies a unique position in watchmaking: American heritage, Swiss manufacture, accessible pricing, and the Khaki Field Automatic is the purest expression of everything that position represents. Number 4. Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. The Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 has now appeared on multiple lists across our channel, and every single time its presence has been completely justified, because the PRX has genuinely changed the watch market around it, rather than merely competing within it. When it launched, the PRX reset the expectation for what an integrated bracelet Swiss automatic could cost, delivering a design inspired by the great luxury sports watches of the 1970s in a package that made the category accessible to an entirely new audience. The Powermatic 80 caliber, with its silicon-balanced spring and 80-hour power reserve, a figure that most watches at twice the price cannot match, represents a technical specification that makes the PRX's value proposition almost uncomfortable to contemplate. The sunburst dial, the seamlessly flowing bracelet, the slim case profile that disappears under a shirt cuff, all of it is executed at a standard that reflects Tissot's position within the Swatch Group and the deep institutional knowledge that brings. Number 3. Longines Spirit. The Longines Spirit announces itself on our ladder as the moment where accessible watchmaking gives way to something that can, without any qualification, be called a fine Swiss watch. Longines was founded in 1832 and has spent nearly 2 centuries building a reputation for precision that remains among the most respected in the industry, a heritage that flows through every Spirit produced today. The aviation-inspired design draws from Longines' mid-20th century archive of precision instruments made for pilots, navigators, and explorers, translating that design language into a contemporary 40mm package with a boldness and clarity of purpose that wears effortlessly across a wide range of settings. The in-house L888 caliber with silicon escapement and 72-hour power reserve delivers exceptional accuracy and magnetic resistance, and the COSC certified version takes that accuracy to documented chronometric standards. Number 2. Seiko Prospex Diver. The second position on our ladder belongs to the Seiko Prospex Diver. Specifically, the 62 MAS-inspired references such as the SPB143 and its close relatives. And its presence here reflects a conviction that the finest expression of dive watch value available anywhere in the market right now carries a Seiko crown. The Prospex Diver at this tier brings together everything that makes Japanese watchmaking distinctive and compelling. The 62 MAS-inspired cushion case design, with its deep horological roots stretching back to Seiko's first diver of 1965. The outstanding caliber 6R35 automatic movement with a 70-hour power reserve, sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, and a level of finishing that visibly and tangibly exceeds what the price suggests. The cathedral hands, the warm vintage lume tone, the distinctive dial layout with its character-defining indices. These details speak to a watch designed with genuine conviction rather than market calculation. Number 1. Grand Seiko SBG Puisiza 01. The summit of our ladder belongs to Grand Seiko, specifically the SBGP01, the entry point into the Grand Seiko universe, and a watch that earns the top position on this particular list because of what it represents as a destination. Every rung on today's ladder has been building toward the understanding that great watchmaking is not defined by a single tradition, a single country, or a single price point. It is defined by the quality of intention, execution, and craft brought to the work. The SBG P01 embodies all 3 of those qualities at a level that changes the way its owner thinks about watches permanently. The 9F quartz caliber, advancing in half-second increments at an accuracy of plus or minus 10 seconds per year, is a movement that reframes what precision means. The Zaratsu hand-polished case surfaces, geometrically perfect and reflective to a depth that photographs cannot adequately capture, represent a standard of finishing that Swiss houses at double and triple the price do not consistently achieve. The slim, refined case and luminous white dial communicate a design confidence born of 60 years of Grand Seiko pursuing its own ideal of the perfect watch on its own terms, in complete indifference to what anyone else was doing.